I find that gentleness is a word that does not arise from our minds. It's more of a word that reminds us of our energetic presence, that we are so much more than our abilities to think, to process, to take in information. It's how we are with our total presence, and how we make peace with just being, and even being our full selves in the way we think and take actions. So I found that I've been following through this 6-step framework that actually came from the 6 micro poems in my second book, From the Womb of Gentleness. And I love to share these 6 steps with you. So the 6 steps are: stop moving. 2, slow down. 3, trust. 4, cry. 5, ocean's wisdom. And 6, stay bright. So these are the names of the micro poems that I published in my book, and I will walk you through briefly through each step. So step 1 is about stop moving, and what I mean is actually to stop moving so quickly in our minds, to stop the flurry of thoughts that are moving so rapidly, when we are so addicted to thinking, to watching, to reading in this information age. And when we stop doing that and instead focus on breathing, moving with our breaths instead, I feel that we become so much more present in ourselves. And that is the very first step to being gentler with ourselves. And as we breathe in more, as we become more mindful of our breaths, it's easier for us to notice whether our physical bodies are actually tired or not, whether we do need physical rest, and to give in to that rest, to allow ourselves to enjoy that rest, to feel well rested. Or sometimes it's just slowing down our working pace, our pace of life, so that we can stay more present instead of always focusing on the next moment, the next thing to do, the next person to meet, and all that. So that's step 2, slow down. Step 3 is about trust. So it's about trusting that we are guided. We have our own inner wisdom that guides us through our lives, through every moment of our lives. And when we follow that wisdom, when we trust our inner intuition and take guided action, we get closer and closer to our life purpose, which is ever changing. Yeah. So it evolves, our life purpose evolves the more we take guided action towards it. So that's how we align to ourselves. Step 4 is about crying, to cry, to acknowledge that our emotional tears is a form of homeostasis. And homeostasis is about bringing our bodies back into balance. Because our world is ever changing, and the way we react to our world is ever changing, to our lives and all that. But as we allow ourselves to cry those emotional tears as it comes up, it gets easier to realign to ourselves. it gets easier to be clearer about what is the next step that we can take, how we can be more present in ourselves. So that's step 4, cry. Step 5 is about the ocean's wisdom. So when you stare at the vastness of the ocean, which feels like your visions, as you take more guided action, as you cry to release those emotional tears, you get a lot clearer about your big vision in life. And big visions are supposed to be big visions. They are not supposed to be achieved in just one step. So it's vast like the ocean, and that can shift us back into our busy minds to think, okay, how can I achieve this in the shortest manner, in the shortest time possible, in the easiest manner possible. And when we do that, we lose sight, we lose touch of our full body presence again. And this is the time when we need to make peace with how we are right now and where we want to be right now across the ocean, and to just appreciate the vastness of the ocean. We don't have to leap across it in one step. And the more I acknowledge the truth of that, the more I feel present in myself. So that's ocean wisdom, step 5. Step 6 is about staying bright, to stay bright. Because for people who have big dreams, who are creative and are naturally can be different, appear different from others, we can be judged, we can be criticized, we can be condemned for being different and not conforming, for taking actions that move us to our visions more. And that can be really scary. That can shift us back into wanting to hide, not wanting to share so much about our visions and what we're going to do next. But I feel that the more we share, the more we have the courage to express our visions and what we are doing, our thoughts and our values to the people whom we feel can appreciate and support us. The more we shine, the more we get to attract more of these people who appreciate and support us. And we start to grow this community of like-minded people who are also brave and unique in themselves, in pursuing their passions, in doing stuff that bring them joy. And it just starts to grow, the energy of love and being able to shine more brightly starts to grow in that kind of community. So I do feel that now is the time when we can feel safe to really shine, to not hide and to shine bright. So these are the 6 steps that I found to be crucial in helping me live a gentler and more purposeful life. And of course, it comes in spirals. There will be times when we want to get distracted from our dreams, from our visions, because it's so overwhelming, it's so emotional, it can be scary. But the more we allow ourselves to take a breath, to be aware of our breath, to allow ourselves to rest, slow down, take guided action, to cry if we need to appreciate the vastness of our vision, and to allow ourselves to shine brightly to the people whom we feel can appreciate and support us, then the more we are going to be so much more alive and thrive in our lives. So I hope that this is useful for you as a framework too, and I'd love to know your thoughts about this. Thank you.